Morning Celina. Happy Friday. We're down here at the historic Bobcat Field, the future site of Owsley Park. Before we get together with our guests today, I want to give you some housekeeping items. Tonight at 7 o'clock down on the square, we have music on the square with Escape, a Journey cover band. Our boards and commissions applications are due next Wednesday, July the 26th. And finally, Owsley Park meeting occurred the other day where we went through 2 different design plans, and now we have a survey both on our social media sites and up on the city webpage, and we're looking for your feedback on which of those you prefer and if we need to make any tweaks. But now it's time to talk back to school. I hate to say it to you all, to the kids and to the families, but it's time to start planning, start buying clothes, start getting school supplies, and we have just the perfect partner today in Helping Hands of Celina that we want to share with you. All right, so let's go talk to Elizabeth with Helping Hands. So thank you. So we want to talk today to Helping Hands of Celina. Helping Hands of Celina is one of those organizations that we talk about that helps not just our kiddos, but helps our teachers too get ready to get back to school. And so as we're transitioning out of summer, I hate to say it to y'all, but we're transitioning out of summer into the school year. I'm here with Elizabeth Huse of Helping Hands of Celina, and we want to kind of talk about how they got started in some of the programs that they're helping with to help our kids. So hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Hey, so let's talk about Helping Hands of Celina. What an awesome organization. Can you tell me how you all got started?
Yes, so Jennifer Caulfield and Jill Rutland and I got started as we were volunteering at the schools and started seeing some gaps in areas that we thought we could help with and wanted to help the teachers, help the schools. And so we started with creating campus closets. And on those campus closets, we started bringing in items with clothing, hygiene, shoes, underwear, anything that we could keep at the campus closets and here at our storage unit to bring up to the schools to help fill those needs.
That's fantastic. And that's at all of the campuses, right? You do that at all the campuses in CISD?
Yes, and every campus is different with what they need and how big their space is. Some may have little space, some have great big spaces. So depends on each school.
That's fantastic. And as we continue to grow, I imagine that their demand continues to grow as well. We were just talking about that. Some of the other great programs that they are involved in beyond just the closets, which allow our kids really an anonymous ability to go in and grab something that they need that they may not otherwise have at home, right? And allows them to utilize those items for free. They don't return them. They take them home with them. And we know that that helps our families out tremendously. But let's talk about our Adopted Teacher program, which is another great program that you do. How did that get started? And what is that?
So we love our teachers. They do so much, obviously, for our students, for all of us. And Jennifer, one of our co-founders, is a previous teacher. So that's also near and dear to her heart. And we wanted to find a way to help them as well. So we started the program. This will be our 3rd year to do that. And so each year in August, we give them a $50 gift card. And there's no restrictions. They can use it for anything they need for their classroom. And we try to give it to them in August so they can use it for their back to school. And any teacher in the district that has a classroom expense receives one. So it's a huge program.
And as the district gets bigger and we get more teachers, that's more of a need. And so can people donate gift cards? Do you want them to donate money for that program? How can they get that to you? How can they get those gift cards to you? Do you have a date you need them by so that you can provide those to the teachers? Or
so we purchase all the gift cards and deliver them. And there is a note attached to all of them with everyone who adopted a teacher. So you can go to our website and donate there. You can also do it through Venmo, and then we will automatically purchase them and deliver them.
Well, that's fantastic. So our teachers need to go to a Target or Staples or wherever they do their school shopping, right? These guys help them actually do that through you. And so going onto their website and finding out about the different programs that they do will be very helpful. They also have volunteer opportunities. Where do you need volunteers? Where's your biggest need for volunteers?
So we have volunteer opportunities here at the storage unit this summer, sorting clothes. We also are getting ready for the back to school event. So we're getting everything ready for that. And so everything this summer is there. We also usually have volunteers for events and things that are coming up, but this summer it's just at the storage unit getting ready for everything.
All right, so that means your kiddos who need service hours, whether it be for one of the local organizations or it be for National Honor Society, they can pick up some of their hours times here with Helping Hands of Celina. But you mentioned it, so let's talk about it. You have an event coming up, and this is the back to school event where kids can come in with their families and anonymously, so without anyone else in the room, be able to come through and shop for clothing for this school year.
Right.
Talk to me about the impact you think that's had on our community.
I think it's been great. So this will be our third year to do that as well. And so when it's time to go back to school, there has been several times when we've had kids who do not want to go into school because their hair may not be brushed, their nails are not trimmed, they don't have shoes, they don't have the new outfit for the first day, things like that. And we want to remove those obstacles. We want them to feel as good the first day as everybody else wants their kids to feel. And so we have got all kinds of things that are gently used or brand new for them to come shop through and get all that they need: hygiene, underwear, socks, you name it. We want them just to come shop, feel good about shopping through it, and we want those kids to feel like they fit the first day and feel just as good as everybody else.
I love it. And I don't know about you all, but I have two teenage boys. And you know how you go out and you buy them all those really nice clothes, and at the end of the school year, half of them don't fit, half of them still have tags on them. This is that time where you can go through the closets with your kiddos, right? And find those things that don't fit anymore, that are gently used or brand new still with the tags on them, and bring them to one of the drop-off locations that they have across several businesses in downtown Celina. Talk about that. You partner with businesses. There's drop-off locations where they can drop off clothes and other items, right?
Yes. So we have drop spots. It's not just downtown. We have them spread out all across Celina. You'll actually see at the drop spots information cards like this. And on the back, there is also QR code that you can scan, and it's got all of the drop spot locations, and we'll also have it listed on here. But inside those locations, there is either an orange or gray large tub in there, and you can always drop off anything inside those: shoes, clothes, any of the items that we request. There's also always a list on the back of anything we're taking in, but
For the regular school year, the things that you
yes,
collect all year long, right?
yes,
Okay, but when you and I were in here earlier, we're talking, not only do they need more clothes, but it looks like you need more hangers and you need more hanging
space.
ornaments, right? And more space to be able to hang clothes, because they're organized in here by size. So it's very easy once the kids get into the environment, once the families get here. So having said that, any of the local boutiques or locations, or gosh darn it, if you have a large enough closet that you have extra hanger contraptions in your closet, she'd love to borrow them for a couple of weeks so they can put on this event. We'll give them back to you, but we could really use them, right, to
Yes.
put more of these clothes on. So, what else would you say is super important? What are the other elements of Helping Hands of Celina you think that people should know about? What do you hope this program continues to grow into?
Well, as Celina is growing so much, and as we're going to have more schools and things, and each time we start up a new closet, there are expenses, and we have monthly partners that partner with us each month to donate. So if you go on our website, you can become a monthly partner, and we can always use more partners. If your organization is someone that you can do a donation and they match it, that's always great. Please think of us.
And the other thing is, if you missed it, there's some really great hats. They've got great merch on their site too that you can get a hold of, whether it's a Helping Hands of Celina or heck, just this 75009, which just shows your love of our community. Which Helping Hands of Celina, I'm so excited that we got to meet with you today, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
As we're prepping for school, I think it's important that every kid walks in that first day feeling like a rock star, right? And so I know that you all are dedicated to doing that for our families who can't otherwise do that on their own. So thank you for this today.
Thank you.
All right, so outside of the school programs and the assistance you provide to the schools, you also do a lot of work with adoptive and foster care families. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. So, yes, we partner with foster and adoptive parents in town, and we try to help them in different ways that we can. Sometimes it's a gift card if they receive a new placement for things they might need in a hurry. Sometimes, if they have adopted a new child, we try to see what they could use or just a gift to let them know that we're walking this road with them. Um, you know, we try to figure out what they need and how we can let them know we're behind them. We've
Mhm.
also partnered with 13 businesses in town that offer them a discount to let them know that they appreciate them opening their home to
Right.
these children in need. And so they, give them that discount to just let them know they're behind them, which has been amazing. And so we just find different ways we can,
Just
sometimes
kind of
help.
surround them, right?
Yes.
I mean, adoptive and foster care, for those that don't know, oftentimes those placements happen very quickly, and the families aren't always prepared for those placements.
Yeah.
As a mom of an adopted kid, I know that it is a struggle when you first get them in the home to kind of try to get them together and get your family settled, right? And so knowing that there are businesses and organizations such as Helping Hands of Celina who not only have resources, but even when you don't have the resources, you have a guide that you put together that helps families or helps these families come up with ways and organizations that can help them outside of the work that you do. Can you talk about that?
Yes. So we have put together a guide that has different ways, links for sometimes it might be ways if you're struggling to pay your bills, or, sometimes you might need a discount for something you're trying to do for things for your family. It's got a list of all kinds of things. And so some are state programs, some are local, some are even out of state. And so it's quite a thick resource guide now. And so we're happy to share it with anybody that is struggling or just needs to see it.
So make sure you heard that, right? If you're a family in Celina and you're struggling and you don't know the answers to the questions on who do I call first, what do I do next, I think that Elizabeth and her team at Helping Hands has a great starting point for you. And they're always willing to take your phone call and answer your questions to help you figure out what that next step looks like to get your family back on track. And so we really appreciate that work that you do with that program.
Thank you. If you're ever interested in becoming a respite or licensed babysitter, we can also point you in the direction to help the foster parents that way as well.
All right, well, great. Thank you. And as we get ready for the school year, y'all get ready, get out, get shopping, and don't forget, got some extra items in your closet, drop it off at one of the locations that's on the end of this video, because I know that Elizabeth and her team would love that, and so would the kids here in Celina. Thanks for watching us today. See you next week.